Alright guys, Markboy316 here with another video, and it's gonna be a DVD review for you guys. This one came out in 2004. Used to be a Coliseum Video VHS. It's the history of WrestleMania 1 through 9, 1985 to 1993. See here on the back, you see Andre and Stud. You see Shawn Michaels here in the middle, and you see Jake and the Undertaker in the other picture. Open it up. There's your disc. It's a 2-hour runtime, and it goes through the history of WrestleManias. Like I said, it starts with WrestleMania 1. They show Big John, Studd, and Andre the Giant in the $15,000 body slam match. They're just highlights of the matches too. They're not the full matches, obviously, but yeah, they just go through that one. They also show the main event of WrestleMania 1, which was Hogan and Mr. T against Piper and Orndorff. That was pretty cool to relive that moment, and some of the commentary on the moments from 1 through 9. Sometimes it's Monsoon and JR, even in the like WrestleMania 1 and 2, 3, and 4. It's JR and Monsoon like commentating on the ending of the matches, so that's pretty cool. And there's 2 exclusive kind of promos or interviews, one by Savage at WrestleMania 4, right before he wins it's Savage in 1993, talking about what happened in 88 when he won the WWF title. And he said DiBiase was a great wrestler, and it was one of the greatest moments of his life, beating 4 people in the one night to win the title. And cool to see a little never before seen promo by Savage. So that was cool. But yeah, WrestleMania 2, they show Mr. T and Piper from the boxing match. They also show Bundy and Hogan from the steel cage. Then they go on to WrestleMania 3. They show Adrian Adonis and Piper and hair versus hair. They end up showing Andre and Hogan for the WWF title, and they show arguably one of the best matches of all time, Ricky Steamboat and Randy Savage from WrestleMania 3 for the IC title. Great ending to the match. Steamboat wins with a small package. Iconic match, great match. WrestleMania 4, they show Savage beating all 4 of his opponents to win the title. 5, they show the Mega Powers explode. Savage and Hogan. Then they show also Warrior and Rude from that same event on WrestleMania 5, so that was pretty cool. 6, they show Warrior and Hogan. So title for title from the first ever international WrestleMania from Toronto Skydome in Canada. Ultimate Warrior defeats Hogan to win the WWF title and was the Intercontinental Champion at the time. Great match though. And from 7, they end up showing Slaughter and Hogan. They showed a retirement match with Savage and Warrior. Great all-time moment there. McMahon though those 2 botches on this DVD, because right after right after Warrior beats Hogan for the title at 6, McMahon comes on and says in the next segment, "Oh, this is where Warrior defends the title against Savage." No, it was a retirement match, Vince. It was career versus career, Warrior versus Savage. The title at that event was Slaughter and Hogan for the title. So get it straight. So that's the first botch for McMahon. Second one will come later on. Then they show from WrestleMania 7, they also show highlights of the Rockers against the Haku and the Barbarian. They like the opening match. Kind of a random highlight to show there, but alright. Like it wasn't a big time match, it was just the opener of the show. That was kind of interesting. 8, they show Jake and Undertaker, and McMahon says, "Yeah, this is the Undertaker's first WrestleMania appearance." No, Vince, that was WrestleMania 7 against Superfly. My God, Vince, get your facts straight. But this was, of course, Vince in 1993. He's joined on here by Gorilla Monsoon sometimes in the segments. So, still. Also from 8, they show Sid and Hogan, and then they show Piper and Bret. Great IC title match. They also show Savage pinning his Flair to win the WWF title. So a lot of highlights from 8. Then 9 was the last, obviously it's the last WrestleMania. Here, after WrestleMania 9, obviously they talk about 10 a little bit. Another great interview by Bret Hart. It talks about when the night he lost the title to Yokozuna, and that Jack thought he should have reversed the decision back then, and that always bothered him. And the next time he got on the ring with Yoko, he was going to win the title. Obviously, he was heading into WrestleMania 10 and would go on to beat Yoko, would have that great opener with Owen Hart at 10. So, still. Also from 9, they showed parts of the Headshrinkers versus the Steiners, and they showed the Mega Maniacs, Brutus and Hogan against Money Inc. for the tag titles. And then they showed Giant Gonzalez and Taker, the ending of that match, when Taker comes back from being chloroformed by Giant Gonzalez. Horrible match. Horrible match at that WrestleMania 9. And then, of course, they show Yoko winning the title from Brett. And then Fuji getting on the mic and saying, Hogan, we challenge you right now for the title. And Hogan beats Yoko like in seconds to win the title. And then, obviously, WrestleMania 9 ends with Hogan winning the title. The last time he win the title in the 90s, because then he would win it back in 2002 against Triple H at Backlash. But yeah, a pretty good look back through the first 9 WrestleManias. Not a bad watch. Cool DVD. If you've seen the entire matches that are on here, you've seen the whole matches. If you have WrestleMania 1 through 9 or 1 through 20 or whatever you have, but you've seen all the matches on here before. But cool to go and watch them in highlight form. Always a cool watch. And yeah, not a bad DVD. Like, obviously for DVD they could have had they could have put extras on here and actually had the full matches. Would have been great. But this was in 2004. But I'd say, I'd give it a it's passable. I'd give it a 2.5 out of 5. Just because not the full matches, but the 2 kind of never before seen interviews by Brett and Savage. The matches, the ending of the matches being kind of alternate commentary with JR and Monsoon. Pretty cool. And the downside is, of course, it's not the full matches. And it's only a 2-hour runtime. They could have easily made this a 3-disc set, the history of WrestleMania, and put some matches on it and have some extras. But yeah, the history of WrestleMania. So thank you guys for joining me, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.